Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and I'm back. I got the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and this will be my layman's review. You know how I do. If you haven't been here before, you might not know how I do. But I usually do a layman's review of tech, like where I just go over things I don't like, things I like. I don't get too technical, just to explain a little bit of what's going on. If you're looking for something that's super technical, the pixels and all that stuff, the everything that you need, like this isn't it. This is going to be practicality. Okay. To preface this review, I'm going to go over the bad things. But spoiler alert, this is the best phone I ever had. And it's totally because of the fold feature. Now, with that said, this isn't the best phone out. That's the bad thing. Camera array, is it the best camera array out? The Galaxy S21 Ultra is by far the best phone camera that you can buy, basically, including iPhone, I believe. If that's what you're looking for, this will not be the phone for you if that's the only feature you're looking for. Another bad thing is it's heavy as a brick, as you would expect. It got some getting used to, and I can see people holding this and dropping it because it's heavy. Third thing, it's delicate. Talking about dropping, it's not as delicate as the previous model, which I do like. The things I was hearing about the previous model is one of the reasons I did not get it. Not that it's not a great phone in itself, but the fact that it's so delicate and it wasn't waterproof. This is, that's a part of the greatness. It just wasn't refined. This is a little more refined. You still have to be careful with this, but it is pretty delicate. Something that might be, and you just saw it, something that might be bad and good at the same time is the responsiveness of the fingerprint reader. Look at this. Okay, now I won't do it. You see that? Like there's, you don't need to do anything. And sometimes I hate it because I'm holding my phone like this and you see, it just glances over, and where it's placed, you're always touching that. I grab the phone like that, it'll open up right away. Don't matter where you are, what's going on, what's on your phone. Say you're in the subway somewhere or something, going somewhere, and you just grab your phone and now it's just open. You moving stuff all over the place and you don't even know it. Or you're putting it in your pocket and you hit it like this while you're putting it in your pocket and it's on. It goes off automatically because of the sensors, of course. But that's it. Another thing that I don't like is the fact that there's nowhere for the pen. They should have made this, if they were going to have pen features and be able to work on the pen, they should have made the pen smaller for one. And they could have made this tip in a smaller pen. I believe they did this for this reason, so you can buy extra pen, because this is $45 or $49. I don't know what it is, but it's one of those. But if you have this pen, you need a case like this, or one with the case on the side or up front. And I don't know how those cases work. I didn't think I would like this case, but it's great. And I do like the case for this pen, but that's a gripe. They should have made the smaller pen that could go into the phone. Now I know it's a lot of stuff in this already, and I'm not a phone designer. I don't know what it would have took to make that, but let's go. Now let's get on to the good. The good is real estate. Oh no. You know what? Real estate is good and bad. So let's get there. Real estate. I don't think I could ever use a regular phone again in my life after using this phone. I done went back to my Note 10 just to see, and it still seems small, the screen, compared to this. You know how you get used to, it's like a TV. You get a big TV, and at first you're like, oh, this TV's great, it's big, and then it just starts to get small on you. That's how this is. Now, the thing I was saying about it being bad is the real estate here. Now, it's great. It's usable. It is, you can look at stuff, But say stuff gets crunched up. So I'm on the internet, I'm looking at stuff. You see how small these words are? Like, these words are small. You can do this, but then you gotta go like this, go like that. Now you can, if you have it set, you can do this, and then you can read it, but it's still like I'm still not used to the aspect ratio of this. It's a weird aspect ratio. I don't know if I ever get used to it. Even though this is definitely usable, and you can day to day, way more usable than the first version that was just like a little screen. It's not anything where I would want to use it on a regular basis. I find myself opening this up way more than I probably should. I'm just hitting stuff now. The other good thing is multitasking. Multitasking is a beast. Say I open up YouTube. YouTube is a beast. Say I open up YouTube, I want multitasking. Say I want to do, I'm a YouTuber, so say I want to look at the video on YouTube and edit some of my stuff at the same time. Go up here, you can have the split screen, and then over here you can just have what you want. And this is like a whole phone over here. And you go over here, I could go see, let me see, YouTube Studio. It does say that a lot with different things, but it doesn't matter. Like, it still works for me. I haven't had an issue. Then I'm over here in YouTube Studio. Maybe I'm looking at one of my videos and I do this often with chapters. Looking at my video to figure out where stuff is so I can write the chapters. And then I'm here writing the chapters. And then I go over here, forward a little bit more, then come over here, write the next chapter when I find it. That is a great feature. And then you can but you can do that with a lot of stuff. And then you have like two phones open at once. Now, one thing with the pen features, greatness. You got all this. If I'm editing a video, I usually edit a video on here. That's another thing. Just the real estate itself is amazing. So I can edit a video on here. Then I can go take it to somewhere else. I got full screen. You can go in here with your notes. The pen still works. The button works if you're close to the phone, where you can bring up all this. You don't get any air gestures, but I didn't really use them anyway. But if you use them, you might not want, to get this if this is what you want to do. But then you got screen write. So then I got the screen write going on, and you can just write on the screen, which this is just like a screenshot that I can draw on. And you just can draw like regular with a pen. Make the thing bigger. Got this. So there we go. We screen wrote. Then I'll discard it because I don't need it. Camera, even though the camera isn't the greatest, you have this viewfinder with a pretty good camera. I have the stats on the screen because I can't remember them right now. But yeah, you got pretty much, your normal camera. You can go to pro video mode, and then you can really amp it up and get your videos how you want them. And then you have this big viewfinder. The other thing is selfies with the back camera. Push that. Now the cover screen is on. Like, what's happening? The cover screen is showing everything you're trying to take with the camera. So then you can just take a picture, and you can use the volume buttons. It's easy. You can take selfies like this. One thing is the pen doesn't work with the outside screen. So that's I wish it did. Sometimes I find myself trying to use it, but it does not. Now this camera, this is part of the bad. I probably should have mentioned. This camera is good for nothing. It works, but it looks really bad. The pictures look really bad. So that is cool where you can't see, the camera's covered up. You can see pixels up there, but it gets covered pretty good. But then as soon as you move it, then the camera pops up. You're seeing through pixels. Now it tries to stitch it together. And if you go here and look at the picture, it's a little overexposed because of the light. There's the picture. It's a little saturated. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look good at all. They try to stitch together. Other good is media. You got TV, you got Prime Video, you got all this stuff. So let's go to HBO Max. So you take it to HBO Max, and here you go. You have this real estate. People who consume media, this is probably where it's at, because you have all this real estate to watch this. You can, but yeah, you got the bars, but then you can, I don't know if it'll work. No, I have it off. You can make it so the apps continue on the front when you close it, or don't continue on the front when you close it. I got it off. But then if you do start it, I mean, you're starting that same app, so it's starting where you left off at. And then you have this. And then you can flip this open and set it on the table, and you got a stand to watch what you need to watch. Then you open it up and it continues on the inside if you want it like that. All right, let me stop before I get copywritten. And I said it before, it's the best phone I've used, and there's reasons for that. It's not the best phone out as far as specs, but it definitely is the best phone used if you're into high tech, if you're into the latest tech. This is the phone for you. Like if you just need this much real estate like I did, or feel like I did, this is the phone for you. Now, if you're into the highest spec'd out everything that you can have, this isn't the phone for you. Just so you know. That's about it. Never had any issues with connecting to my headphones. Everything else is, I mean, it's a Galaxy. Everything else is going to be what it is. So you go here and you want to watch YouTube, you can full screen it. Now, some of it is cut off, but you can also, you know, you can definitely see it, and it's full screen, and it's big. Like it's big. And you can take it to the original, and you still got a good, decent size. Still way bigger than a regular phone. And I think that's where this phone definitely excels, is the real estate for watching content. So I think that's it for this layman's review. Again, I know some people are going to be upset because I didn't go through the specs or anything else. I just wanted to give, it's really like a overview, a layman's overview, not really a review. But I can say this is my favorite phone, and I don't know how I can ever go back to a normal phone, a normal unfolded phone. Hopefully I won't have to, and they'll keep improving, and maybe the cost will come down a little. All right, thanks for watching. This has been Inflewence, and I will get over with you in the next one.
Life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.